Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about the new Chanel Le Blanc Perles et Eclats collection that is newly available here in Canada. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As many of you know, I'm a makeup artist and also esthetician, and I offer an online beauty consulting service. This is where you and I chat about your beauty concerns. So maybe you have bought an eyeshadow palette or several in the past and you have no idea how to wear it for every day. We can do a walkthrough, a step-by-step application. Maybe you have questions about your skincare routine or foundation. You know, sometimes things stop working correctly and it's hard to pinpoint exactly what's going wrong. So the beauty of using my services is I don't work for any brand in particular, so you get my knowledge, my expertise, my years in the industry without that pressure, without that bias of working for a specific brand. I will just give you my recommendations and tips that I think will suit you best. So if you want to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Now, the Le Blanc Perles et Eclats has been out in other parts of the world now for a few weeks, maybe even a month. Here in Canada, it just landed on our shores, and I went ahead and picked out a few very select items from this collection here. So the whole concept behind this Le Blanc Pearl and Glow collection is Coco Chanel's whole fascination with pearls. So many of her photos are seen with her wearing like these pearl necklaces, pearl earrings, etc. And pearls are known for giving light and glow, and they have that pearlescent shine. So you have some light, you have some glow, and it's supposed to also make your skin and complexion look brighter. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and do a quick rundown of what's available in the collection. First of all, there are 3 highlighting products. There is one highlighting powder, which looks beautiful. You have these small pearl motifs, small details, which is in fact limited edition. And there are also 2 new Baume Essentiel, which is a sort of balmy stick highlighter. Now there is a silver one, which is now part of the permanent collection, and a more pinky one, which is limited edition as well. Now for the eyes, we have a limited edition new eyeshadow palette here called Allure et Eclat. It looks soft and pinky with lots of light and that pearlescent glow, as well as 2 Stylo Ombre contour. These are eyeshadow and eyeliner 2-in-1. We have Burgundy Perlé and Beige Perlé. Now both of these are limited edition, and I picked up both of these today. So I'm going to go ahead and wear them, and I'm going to give you lots of swatch comparisons to different eyeliners that I have. We also have a Rouge Coco Flash to this collection here, which is also limited edition. This texture of lipstick is very glossy and balmy and can be sheer depending on the color, as well as 2 Rouge Coco lipsticks, both of which are limited edition and give this like pearly, pinky hue, which is just supposed to give your face a nice bright look. I didn't get any of these lip colors because most, if not all, are limited edition, and as much as I have limited edition products, sometimes it's just nice to get items that are just permanently around and not just around for a few weeks. There's also a Rouge Allure, which is more of a classic satin bullet lipstick, and this one here also limited edition. And then for the nails, we have 2 colors. We have one that looks like a liquefied pearl. It looks like a milky clear white with that pearlescent glow, and then a darker burgundy one. I picked up the burgundy color, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it later. So as you can see, I definitely skimmed this collection here. I really only honed in on the few pieces that I knew I would love. I love highlighters, but I don't think I've ever hit pan or used up an entire highlighter. So for me to get a new highlighting powder and a few glossy sticks, I don't really see myself using them. And the eyeshadow palette honestly didn't really call my name. I think it looks nice, I'm sure it's lovely, but I'm willing to save my money and spend it on something else in the next few weeks. And as far as the lipsticks go, they all look lovely. They all look kind of pink and a little bit red, and I'm sure they're all very lovely. It's just not for me. So if I change my mind in the next few weeks, maybe I'll get more of this collection, but I'm very happy with what I got today. And something I want to mention as well is the prices for makeup for Chanel has increased. The nail polish is now 38 Canadian plus tax. I remember when these were under $30. So every year it seems they increase their prices depending on what the item is. Sometimes it's $2, $3, $5. Skincare, sometimes they increase 15, 20, more than that depending on the item. So if you are shopping for Chanel makeup, you will see a price jump. The highlighting powder is now 90. Wasn't it 70 not that long ago? And the eyeshadow palette is 76. I think that went up a few dollars. I remember when it was like 65 or 68. And the lipsticks are now 52. So it's increasing. Okay, so what I will do is create a look with the items that I have today and also with some other pre-existing Chanel makeup items that I own. And then at the end, I'll give you some swatch comparisons with the different eyeliners that may be similar to these ones here. So first step is skin prep. I'm gonna go into my Chanel Hydra Beauty Lip Balm just to add a bit of moisture to my lips. And I'm also going to go ahead and use my Chanel Hydra Beauty Essence Mist just to be a little bit extra and invigorate my skin. This smells fantastic. It has the same scent as the rest of Hydra Beauty, so that peachy melon scent that's just so sweet and fruity. All right, let's start off with Beige Perlé, and I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow. And I'm going to see how this wears and also how easily this is to blend. So with absolutely no effort whatsoever, you get this really creamy payoff, and it gives me this sort of like brown pearlescent glow. There's definitely a warm golden shift here, which is really lovely. I think you could definitely make this much softer. Let's go ahead and just blend this out a little bit just to see. I'm using a rougher brush number 1, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure to list off all the brushes that I use in today's video in the description box down below. So this is blending really nicely, and what's nice is even though you have this shimmer, you're not getting a chunky glitter. It looks almost like a satiny finish, and I think that this could be one of those one and done eyeshadow looks. Like, as you can see, it's really easy to blend out, so you could just throw on some eyeliner and be done with it. Let me go ahead and do the other eye. This is really easy to blend and work with. I love the Ombre Première Lac, the liquid eyeshadows, but those are tricky because they're waterproof, so you really have to make sure you blend really quickly. I think with these ones here, you have a little bit more time and a bit more ease. So yeah, like I said, this is definitely a good one and done eyeshadow look. So this collection is available on the Chanel website, but it's also available through different retailers as well. And I actually bought my products through Nordstrom's, and I actually met a Nordstrom's associate through Instagram. Her name is Javiera. She's really nice. She works at the Nordstrom's in Toronto. And so I was able to place my order with her and she sent it to me. So even though I don't live in the same province as her, she was able to send me the products through the mail, which is very convenient. So if you are looking for a Nordstrom's associate, I will put Javiera's Instagram information in the description box. Now that I've blended this out a little bit, I'm just going to go back over top with the brown just to make it a little bit darker again. And I'm going to go ahead and place this in the waterline on the bottom as well. Now I'm going to go into my Burgundy shade. I am going to use this in the crease and maybe just deepen up my look a little bit. This does have that pearlescent glow, but it's not as intense as this beige one here. So I'm going to go ahead and just place this in the crease here. And then I'm using a smaller brush. This is the Refer 13, and I'm just going to blend this together. And then let's take this burgundy color and just pass it under the bottom lashes here as well. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of eye cream just to clean up my eyes. I don't have any fallout whatsoever. It's just to make sure the shape looks nice, because sometimes we can go a little bit overboard with the eyeshadow, so it's just to clean up a little bit. Okay, let's go into some mascara. I have here the Volume de Chanel Revolution mascara in number 10 black. Okay, let's go into the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and use my Sublimage L'Essence de Teint foundation in the shade B30. But I am going to go ahead and add a little drop of face oil. This is the Huile de Jasmin, and I'm going to go ahead and add this just to make the complexion a bit more luminous, glowy, and more pearlescent. So you take your foundation like this, and then you just add one drop. Like that. And then you can just mix your little cocktail here and apply. This might make the foundation a little bit more sheer. So if you find that it's not covering as much as you want, just add a little bit more foundation over top afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and add a tiny little bit more, just like that. So like a quarter of a pump, just to cover a little bit more. And then the concealer is going to be Clé de Peau in the shade Almond. So as I'm blending this concealer here, I'm going to make sure to bring it up in the inner corner here, just to create more light. And I'm going back into my Burgundy pencil here, and I'm just going to add a hint more under the lashes, just to add a bit more definition. And I'm going into the same mascara as before and adding just a touch under the bottom lashes. Now for the blush, I'm going into my Chanel Joues Contraste in Reflex. I just bought this recently. It isn't new, but it's new to me. I tried it a long time ago and I just decided to pick it up while it was still available. It's still available right now, but I got it a few weeks ago before the recent price increase. I'm sure this has gone up maybe $3 or $5 accordingly as well. And then for the highlighter, I'm going into my liquid highlighter from last year. This is the Le Blanc Rosy Light Drops. So this is a liquid highlighter that's a little bit pink, a little bit cool toned, but it has that very pearlescent glow. So I think it'll go with this entire aesthetic today. So I put some on the back of my hand here. I'm going to just sweep through with a brush like this and then apply. And then for the lips, I'm going into my Rouge Coco Flash in the shade Live or Live. It's number 82, and it is my favorite. It's this glossy, nudie pink, and I think it'll go very well with the look. I am just about finished this lipstick. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more wears before I can replace it. I might just order a backup. I should have ordered a backup before the price increase. Oh well. And then to finish off the look, we should go into a fragrance. I have here Paris Vernis, the Eau de Toilette. This is a soft, very luxurious fragrance. It's powdery, it's vanilla, but it's not very sweet. It's just like sensual. It reminds me of Allure a little bit. So let's just go ahead and wear this today. All right, as far as nail polish goes, so the color that I'm wearing in today's video is one of the new shades called number 891 Perle Burgundy. This is only day 2 of wear, and I fully expect this to last for 7 days. Recently, a lot of the new Chanel nail colors have been able to last for a whole week. In the past, there have been some hit and miss colors, but I will be sure to give you guys an update and let you know how this wears after 7 days. This definitely is a pearlescent color. You get this deep purple/red with maybe even just the slightest hint of green pearlescent shift. You definitely get a warm gold swirl in here as well. I did a base coat, 2 coats of this, and a top coat to get the finish here. I think it's a beautiful color. I think it's really mesmerizing because it isn't purple, it isn't brown, it isn't red. It has all of them together with like a little shift of gold or green or some sort of mystery shift to it. It's really lovely. The only color that I could sort of compare it to is Vamp. Now Vamp is much darker, but it has that sort of like deep red wine purple shift hue to it that has that sort of mystery. So if you like these deep colors that have a bit of shift, I think this burgundy pearlescent nail color is definitely something you'd like. And if you want this to pop a bit more red and a bit more intense, wear some green. Wear green rings or bracelets. It's going to draw out the red in this nail color here. Now let's compare my new Stylo Ombre contour to the eyeliners that I have from Chanel, which might be close to it. So the first one I want to compare it to is Psyche, which came out in the fall of last year. So you can sort of see that they're in the same color. Burgundy is a really nice burgundy color with a little bit of lightness to it, whereas Psyche definitely looks more matte and a bit deeper. We also have Eros, which has that sort of lightness, but Eros definitely looks more red, more of like a red wine color, and we can see that the burgundy color almost looks brown compared to it. Then I also have Romance, which looks more like a coppery, slightly more shimmery or satiny finish. They kind of look like cousins, but they also look quite different. Now I also have a liner here called Charm, which just looks purple compared to this burgundy color, but I thought it could be a good point of reference. Now let's go on to my Beige Perlé Stylo Ombre Contour. The first color I'm going to compare it to is Matte Taupe, which you can see it's kind of in the same family of these lighter browns. Matte Taupe is matte, obviously, it doesn't have any shimmer, but it's a lightened brown. It's not as deep as an espresso color. And then we have here Brun Agapé, which I used to think of as a lightened brown, but now that I'm comparing it to this beige pearl liner, you can see that it's also more of a chocolatey satin finish. I think this beige pearl liner is really nice because it's a very lightened brown with the softest flecks of gold shimmer. I think it's really lovely to lighten a look. I think it's really easy to pass this in the waterline if you want to add some color, but you don't want to go too dark. I think it's also really lovely as an eyeshadow. It blends really well. It's not creasing on me. I did go ahead and prime my eyelids off camera beforehand, but it's just really lovely. I'm glad I got both of these liners, but honestly, I think the pearlescent beige one is the winner here. Like, this is the one that I would totally 100% recommend to you. So, final thoughts on today's video. Obviously, I definitely curated my selection of the Le Blanc collection this year. For me, this is just like my guaranteed way of being satisfied with the products that I buy. I don't often do fail videos on my channel because I really think very critically of stuff before I buy it. I don't know, I don't want to waste my money. Even though I have a luxury channel and I buy a lot of stuff, I still want to make sure that I thoroughly enjoy the product that I buy. So in my opinion, the 3 products that I did pick out were really outstanding. So I think this is it for today's video. Leave a comment down below. I know most of you live outside of Canada, so you've probably had access to this collection earlier than I have. Let me know, what did you get? Which items did you pick out? What do you love? Like, are there items that you picked out and are totally wonderful? Let me know down in the comments. If you are new to my channel, I talk about nothing but luxury beauty, and I know that a lot of you who watch my channel are not subscribed, so please take the time to make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and also hit that notification bell, because just because you are subscribed to my channel does not mean that YouTube will actually notify you when I post a new video, so just make sure that bell is set to on. Alright guys, I think this is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!